Hi, Professor. I'm Nashin Pranti, and this is
Shushandri De Silva.
and this is my final video presentation project. Okay, so this has been quite a journey with my friend. We never really discussed our cultural differences or anything about our family dynamics or our religion or anything like that. We usually just talk about school and boys and whatever, Politics, but rarely. But this asking her to be my cultural partner was really a cultural shock because I never realized how different we were, but at the same time how similar we were as well. So I don't know, do you want to
I think it's like we realized that literally face value, yeah, we're both brown girls living in America, immigrant parents. It's all the same, and I think even with the minority communities, it's seen the same exact thing always. But when we started speaking, it was like, yeah, we have those similarities, yeah, we go through those same struggles, but our struggles differentiate so much as we go along. Like, the way I had to assimilate into this culture was very different from how you had to do it, because I think you were raised in a much more culturally Bengali home than I was. Like, I was raised, yes, my parents migrated from Sri Lanka, but when we came here, we became Christians. I'm a straight female, you're a queer female. It's like completely different, our struggles that we go through. Like, face value, yeah, we're the same exact person, but when you dig deeper, culturally, parental wise, we're completely different.
Yeah, honestly, when I was reading the textbook, I never really realized you had actual words for the interactions we were having. Like, we argued a lot, because I was queer and she's straight, and our personalities conflict. I'm like really outspoken and confrontational. She's also like that, but in different circumstances. So we had a lot of conflicts. And between two people, I never realized that there was an actual word for it, didactic. Like, I had no idea. So I think that those conflicts really helped open my eyes to realize that there were other viewpoints, my perspectives, I always put them first because I was always alone as a queer woman in a Muslim community. But opening up to Shah and really discussing it with Shah and talking about it with Shah helped me realize her experiences and where those experiences came from, and it also made me realize our own interpersonal struggles, like internal struggles. How
I think we both battle with trying to meet these our parents' standards and society standards for who we're supposed to be. Like, we haven't only discussed this with ourselves, like we've invited our other friends in to talk about it. And it's the same with them. I have a Vietnamese Asian. She has a Vietnamese Asian friend too. Both names are Vivian, and both of them, they're very strong and very aggressive females. But in their home, they're expected to be very feminine in a sense. They're supposed to be taking care of the family. They're supposed to clean, all of these things. But we're supposed to still expect it to be very strong. Yes, we're so different, and the struggles we've been through are completely diverse. But the knit and grit of it, the conflicts we go through, are so similar, and it's insane because we're all under the same society always.
Yeah, honestly, I think that a lot of what we discussed, we didn't expect to discuss. A lot of things she opened up to me about, I didn't really expect it, and that's what's so amazing about this class, is because this class and its ideas don't just manifest between two people talking about their cultures, but also invite other people and their families. Because I started talking to my family about our history and our politics and our culture, and she did as well. And that's how, we got to know, what my parents were before they immigrated here, what her parents were before they immigrated here, and why they are who they are as people. We see our parents as parents, people who provide for us, who love us unconditionally, but never really see them as a whole person, with their own personal timelines. And I feel like because I never really knew I had this confrontational model of ideas where I was very active and just really confrontational and just all for it, or not even. But talking about it with people and opening up to the idea of other beliefs and other cultures communicating and interacting in like a small group conversation, it really helped open like our minds to the fact that there's all their like cultures and like traditions and ways of communicating. Like oral communication, we never really talked about us as like a people before because we didn't really find it necessary, but you know,
I think it builds like communication. It's a bridge to who you are and how you find out about people. Like I think we take how we verbalize who we are and our communication and writing and everything. More importantly, I feel like when you vocalize who you are and how your family's affected you and how society's affected you, it distills this thing in you that's like, this is who I am, this is part of me, and this same things that make me who I am also make you who you are. And they're so similar, but they're so different, and that's why we're not the same person. That's why, yeah, my skin's brown, but I'm definitely very westernized. Yeah, you're Muslim and queer, but you're super accepting of different cultures. Like the typical stances of what a Muslim woman is, she doesn't fit that profile, and that's amazing because it's who she is as she grew up and how her parents have affected her, how her friends have affected her, how society's affected her, and it's made us stronger.
Yeah, overall, like, this class, I never really realized how in-depth we can go talking about our cultures, talking about our tradition, building more, like, connections with people we don't even know like that, people who have different cultures than us, people who look different, talk different, and act different, you know, and how to communicate with them. And this class and the way we communicate really helped open up a discussion on what the bigger picture is and how to really interact with people who are different and not be afraid of talking to them and build a higher cultural competency.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
Well, yeah, that's our
spiel.
Yeah, summary of how it really went talking with my cultural partner Shishendri. Beautiful. And yeah.